Hello, dear Leo. How are you? Welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and welcome to your reading, of course, for the month of July of 2025. You early born Leos, you will be having your birthday, so I'm wishing you a happy birthday and an amazing solar return until your next birthday next year. Let's see what's coming through in the month of July for you as Mercury is retrograding through your sign. So expect situations or people to return from the past. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Now, this is a Patreon reading, which is released around the 20th of the month to the general public on YouTube. Let's see for Leo. I've got my moon in Leo, so this reading does interest me as well. Let's see what's going on in love as we're using the Twin Flame Journey Tarot this month, and we're using a lot more decks. Mirror's Love Oracle, and we're taking some Mystic Moon Oracle messages as well as the Heart deck. That's the Oracle by Mystic Moon, and we'll be taking a few Sibyllers as well. So let's go for Leo, please, Spirit, Leo. What's going on for Leo? Wow, you've got the Empress. Nurture. Take your position of leadership, I would say. And some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, or you're attracting the right person. That could be the case. Some of you, pregnancy is also on the cards. I don't know if you're creating through going out, dating, having a wonderful time, getting out there and having fun, or even taking a risk. Remember, we're almost in the Leo season, even though it's still Cancer season at the beginning of the month. It's still not your birthday, dear Leo, especially if you're an August born Leo. But towards the second part of the month, the end of the month, is when the sun ingresses into Leo, and therefore the energies will pick up. Right now it's still a little bit more motherly, more nurturing, more emotional. Let's see what else comes through. The Empress speaks to abundance. She speaks to luck. She speaks to attraction, but she also speaks to patience. Let's see what's going on. For Leo, please, Spirit, what is the advice for Leo in the month of July with the retrogrades? It's retrograde season, that's for sure. Let's see what's going on. You've got a lot of divine source help with a lot of planets shifting into air and fire, which is going to behoove you for sure. Let's see for Leo. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. What is the guidance for Leo in love? In the now, we've got the Page of Wands, excitement and curiosity. What is the challenge? We've got the Hermit, getting out and about. You shouldn't be the hermit anymore. That's enough of soul searching, Leo. It's time to get out there and take a chance. What is, and that could be, I don't know if you're Leo, you may have Virgo planets as well, where you might have your sun in Leo and the rest of you've got 3 planets in Virgo. That would make you more of a Virgo, but still, this is Aries energy, and obviously we've got Saturn, we've got Neptune, and we've got Chiron, all in the sign of Aries, which is in good aspect to your sign. So it's time to get out and about. There's excitement out there. Go and find it, dear Leo. Don't sit about. Above you, crowning you, is a message of love. Someone could be thinking of sending you a message of love. This could be an excitement. We've got a lot of fresh energies. 2 pages here. Pisces, Aries. Some of you could also be mothers and you've got children that are very close to you. Maybe you've been the Hermit. Remember, the Hermit is a 9, major arcana. Next step would be Jupiter. Now Jupiter, which is the wheel of fate, the wheel of fortune, which brings change. Jupiter in Cancer is right behind you. Things are happening behind your back that you may not be aware of, especially if you're a Leo rising. There's a lot of promise from mid-year next year when Jupiter will enter your sign. So excitement should be in the air. Expect the unexpected, where messages of love and offers to get out and about, even a possible apology is concerning. Where are you coming from, Leo? It hasn't been easy for you, I know. 5 of Wands, conflict and competition. The competition could be between you and another. I mean, if there's third party, if there are second choices, right? That could be the competition here. You versus another person, if you're connecting with someone that's already in another connection, unless we flip the meaning, flip the energies, and you could be dealing with someone that you're the third party, you're the third person, and you're competing with someone else that that your person, the person you want to manifest, is still with, possibly. But the conflict and competition, that could be internal conflict, external conflict. I mean, I see the 5 of Wands many times very similar to a family situation, unless that's just all internal. It could be if you're dealing with a fire sign, and it could be someone that where there's an age difference. I mean, we've got Pages and we've got the Empress here. There could be a big age difference where there's a maturity difference nevertheless, and therefore, because the 5 of Wands comes before the 6, and the 6 is the success, which would be your energy. So you could be at the 5 of Wands from the deep past. It could have been also internal conflict as well, or conflict with another partnership, another commitment. King of Swords, quick wit and intellect. We've got Aquarius here, and of course Leo opposite you is Aquarius, where Pluto is transiting. So I don't know if this is someone that you're wanting to release, or, I mean, we've got Aquarius, Pisces. They could have those energies in their chart. I don't know if this is an ex or this is a potential partner, someone that is more aloof, they see things more from the logical standpoint, someone that doesn't show emotions. That's probably why there could be competition where the emotional side of things is concerned, because Pisces is unconditional love, but there's great sensitivity. So if you're dealing with, let's say, Sun in Aquarius, they've got 3 planets in Pisces, for instance, they're more of a Pisces, so they're more emotional, more sensitive, fearing, getting hurt. Or the King of Swords, of course, could be any sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It could be someone that's advising you. This could be someone who works in the legal department, someone who wears a uniform, someone who's very quick-witted, quite intelligent. What is the possible outcome for Leo? And we've got the Hierophant, spiritual advisement. So we've got the Hierophant here. Taurus comes through. This feels like a promise. You could see that their pinkies are connecting. It's like they're giving a promise of something long term. And of course this could be a spiritual connection with the Hierophant. And again, because they're holding on just with a pinky, if someone was in a connection, another commitment, this could be where they're starting to drift as well. Because, well, the Hermit is someone that's in lockdown, someone that is away from the world. That's the challenge, where someone needs to get out of their soul searching Someone's gone through an awakening. It's time to get out and about. Maybe there's going to be a shift of energy. That's what I'm feeling. There's going to be a major shift, something unexpected, because there's excitement, curiosity, and a message of love coming in that does promise something. Someone's been soul searching, but it's time for them to get out. I don't know if this is you or this is someone you may have been patient and waiting on. What's at the bottom? We've got imprisonment, 8 of Swords, someone's perception of feeling blocked even though they're not really. 5 of Cups, old wounds. See, these are difficult cards. 4 of Cups, someone missed opportunities or someone emotionally not being happy. 4 and the 5 of Cups, emotionally transitioning. There are a lot of regrets. Someone's still focusing on the past. There's the Wheel of Fortune, destined opportunities, opening up or bringing endings or new beginnings. But someone needs to know that they're not blocked, they're not in a prison in actual fact. Let's use Amira's Love Oracle and let's see what's going on for Leo. See the Page of Wands and the fire, the excitement, the opportunities, because there's fire here, and here we've got a frozen hermit, someone that's frozen in time, someone that's stuck in time, doing all the inner work, but now it's a time of getting out and about. The energies are changing. The fire is melting, the ice is freeing up the hermit as the hermit moves forward to the next card, which would be the Wheel of Fate, right? Jupiter and Cancer. Things may be going on behind the scenes that you may not be aware of. What's going on for Leo? We've got a young male and we've got youthful energies here. A young male, someone that loves sports cars, someone that loves fast cars, convertibles, someone that's whizzing into your life very quickly, very possibly also unexpectedly. And now we've got someone they've got brownish, copperish tinge to their hair, fair skin, light colored eyes more than likely, someone that loves speed, someone that's very down to earth. You could see that they're dressed very casually, very sporty, and someone that's young at heart. This would be someone it looks someone quite young, so I don't know how old this person is, but they wouldn't be more than the age of 45, I would say. We'll get more cards and see. And we've got a young female. Unless this is a connection that's been around for a few years in your younger days, because we've got the young male and the young female, right? And the young female to me is someone more so, she dresses in the 70s style, so someone possibly born in the 60s or in the 70s. Well, she looks like a teenager in the 70s, so more than likely born in the 60s. Now she's either got light colored hair or she's got light colored hair. She may dye her hair red. She could be a natural redhead, fair skin, light colored eyes. If that's not the case, not everything may fit, but she's got a bit of an attitude. We see fire and air I get here, which could be very explosive, very, very much about action and change. Let's see. And we've got past love. So this was a past love relationship where the female had a bit of an attitude, and maybe the male was in and out of her life. So I get anger, I get frustration, I get leadership as well in the young female. But this is a past love, and we see that There's a broken heart that's starting to heal. Let's get a little bit more. And the blonde female. Very different in attitude, similar in look, let's say. But she's more casually dressed. She's more going with the flow, even though she's got the red hair or the blonde hair. She's more laid back. She's more relaxed. She's more tense, ready to fight, ready to argue, right? Whereas the blonde female is more relaxed. She's more going with the flow. Could be the same feminine that's changed her attitude. These could be friends, these could be siblings, these two, they could be sisters. And we've got travel. So long distance relationship. I want one more card on this blonde female. Could be the same person. Sometimes we're in this energy and sometimes we're in that energy. And I feel that it's got a lot to do with the past, even though, yes, there could be, some of you could be parents now and you've got older children. So this may have to do with your teenage or young adult children as well. Let's not cross that out. And we've got a gift here. The gift could be an invitation to long distance travel or to a meeting, or whatever the gift is. It changes the energy as the blonde female is much more relaxed here. Feels as though our heart is starting to heal. What's at the foundation? We've got a dark male, which it seems like this is someone that's got a bit of an attitude. You could see the open shirt, very laid back, a bit of an attitude, dark for his race, let's say, or darker than his race. It could be someone that loves to be out in the sun. They love to tan, let's say, but he seems like he's got a bit of an attitude. Dark hair, very different to this masculine. Would be someone older. Okay, so I don't know what role each person plays here. What is this dark male sitting on? Spiritual growth. Someone that's going through their spiritual evolution. Again, this could be someone that is connected to this young male, a younger male than a darker male, right? They could be also, there could be, I don't know what the ties could be. Of course, it'll be different for each of you. Let's take more cards and see what's going on. I mean, we could do just a reading just on Amira's Love Oracle, but we've got a lot more to look at. So conflict and competition, and I see a little bit of, this is what I see, this is what I feel. I mean, quick wit and intellect. He seems like a quiet and intelligent chap. So someone who's got a bit of an ego, I would get. And the King of Swords would have an ego, surely. Unless this is someone that is advising. This could be an advisor if this would be the King of Swords. Let's take some more tarot here and see what's going on. What are the chances here? Hold on. Let's take the advice first of all. I want to see what the advice is from the wisdom of the Oracle. What is the advice for Leo? That's your advice. It just fell out. And we have new life, but it's in the reverse. And it's a number 39. Let's read number 39. The new life in the reverse. What it says. You must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things and haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. So what it's talking about is a potential for a new life ahead, or your new life is already here. It's just that there's, I would say that there's fear. There's, we've got mature energies and then we've got youthful energies here. It's like having completed a cycle of life where you've gone through many, many lessons and lots of life experiences. So it's always hard to get out there, just like with the Page of Wands, and feel young again, if I could say that. Let's see, what is the excitement and curiosity about? Wow, we've got the Devil and we've got Temperance. Of course there would be excitement, but there's also fear, because the Devil is very addictive. The Devil could be someone that was out of bounds to you, because the Devil had connections elsewhere, right? We see the connection here. I mean, the Devil does speak to addictive behavior cycles, substances, narcissism, someone older. The Devil is heavy. It's Capricorn energy. So to me, the Devil here, because it could mean many, many things. Yes, it can be a sexual connection. It can be third parties as well, but the Devil for me here is like those harsh lessons or a chapter in your life that you've gone through concerning challenges, difficulties, narcissism and blockages. And the Devil speaks to timing, and Temperance here is also saying that there's an alchemy going on. Be patient. Page of Wands is full of excitement for the future, right? Excitement and curiosity. For some of you, maybe the excitement and the curiosity maybe got you into this, which could be a third-party situation, or a connection with someone that was out of bounds because they had other responsibilities. Yes, there could be a big age difference. The Devil would be someone that's older, wiser. Did they demand respect? They're a teacher, difficult teacher. And of course, curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity sometimes can get us into a situation like this where there are heavy lessons. But also, for me, what I'm getting is this is the end of addictive cycles or a challenging time in your life, dear Leo. As Spirit is saying, in divine timing, the alchemy and Spirit is going to bring you to a balance and to harmony where your life is concerned, but you need to be patient. Why do we have the Hermit? Yeah, and we've got the Hierophant. Spiritual awakening for sure. Learning lessons for sure. And the challenge could be another marriage where there's conflict, there's disagreements, possibly with someone who sees things from a very logical standpoint. Okay, whatever's going on in your life, in Taurus we've got Venus and Uranus conjoining at the last degrees of Taurus. If you're a late born Leo, obviously, that you'll be affected by that. Now, if you're an early born Leo, Pluto is on you, so there are big changes and sudden changes coming in for you. relative to your relationships, Leo. So maybe someone's seen the light here, and someone is wanting to get out or to get unstuck. This is Taurus, and Taurus is fixed earth. It's commitment, it's family, it's religion, it's beliefs. But it's also a 5, and 5s speak to changes. Maybe also your beliefs have gone through change, unless this is someone else you're dealing with. Let's see why we've got the 5 of Wands at the foundation. What's that about? Yeah, 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Lots of conflicts, competition, challenging finances, dilemmas and decisions. I feel if you've connected with, because some of you could be in another commitment and you've met the person of your life that's brought a lot of excitement, or that is bringing a lot of excitement. You could, for all I know, be dealing with a foreigner, someone who lives far away from you, and obviously they could come from different religion, different beliefs. Because if you've met someone, right, and there are big social differences between the two of you, that's why we've got the 2 of Swords here. 2 of Swords is also a choice. It could be an internal or an external battle. Internally, you're in a battle because you've met someone that there's a big age difference, or they've got an attitude, right? Or they felt like a gift, but then they turned out to be a heartbreak. Or if you were in another connection, right? And a connection that wasn't going well with the 5 of Wands, there was too much competition. Big dilemmas, big challenges in the deep past. Who's the King of Swords? 9 of Cups. 2 of Cups. And the Justice card. Now we could see the King of Swords as 2 individuals, right? Even 3. Because he could be an advisor. Someone who works in the legal field, because we've got the Justice card here. 9 of Cups and the King of Swords are total opposites. The 9 of Cups is someone that does things that make them feel good. Now, if the King of Swords, someone who holds this very important and professional position, let's say, this could have been someone who is your wish fulfillment, someone you thought of or that you see as a wish fulfillment. You see them as your 2 of Cups, unless this is someone that you once was a wish fulfillment for you, a soulmate, and now that's coming to an end. It could go either way. For others of you, maybe you've shown to this person, if this is someone you're hoping to manifest and not separating from, if this was the person that you wanted to manifest, you saw them as your soulmate, but they've never shown you, even though they thoroughly enjoyed your connection, right? Maybe the relationship was a little bit more egotistical, more one-sided, because of the 9 of Cups there. Let's see what the message of love speaks to. We've got a King of Cups here. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Yeah, someone that doesn't open up emotionally very easily, but they're coming through with a message of love. And what's the message that they're offering you there? Cup. This could happen around the full moon. We've got a new moon. The full moon is on the 10th of July. The new moon is more towards the second part of the month. Well, there's a new moon in Leo, so it's your new moon of the year. So if you've got planets at the early degrees, around the 24th, I think, is that new moon, which will be right opposite Pluto. So that could bring change, and the moon can speak to surprises, because there are many things that you don't expect, and the Page of Cups is an unexpected offer coming from a mature king, a king of water, someone that doesn't open up emotionally very easily, which could be the same person. Let's not rule that out. But I do see 2 different relationships What's the outcome? 3 of Wands. The Empress. Another 3. And the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, of course, is the end of the burden and the end of the suffering, the end of the betrayal. This is the darkest before the dawn. So I'm going to go back to what I was saying here, that if this was a relationship of a commitment, it's coming to an end. Right? Someone's been very patient. The Empress is someone very patient, and remember the Empress, that she's loving and nurturing, and she's very patient, and something is growing. And the 3 of Wands, obviously a choice has been made, and this person is waiting on their ships to come in. So they've been very patient. So they've been very patient for something that they've been attracting, something that they love. Venusian, right? Venus. Venus is the goddess of love and prosperity and security and peace. Very different to the 10 of Swords, obviously. And some of you, yes, can be also mothers, so you're torn between doing what's right for you and what's right for your offspring, for your children, your responsibilities. We do have heavy responsibilities here with possibly adult or teenage children. Sometimes we could be torn between these sorts of situations. Remember, the 10 of Swords turns into the Ace. And the Ace of Swords is the truth. It's all about clearing things out. And it does bring a lot of wisdom. Let's take one more on the 10 of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Wands. So this is a traveler, someone that's coming in, someone that's driven by their desires. This would be this young male. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, mainly Sagittarius. Again, could speak to someone foreign or someone that does a lot of miles, a lot of kilometers for their work, for their vocation. The Empress has been very patient. She's been waiting on her ships to come in, but they won't come in very easily because there's still the 10 of Swords. This is a heavy betrayal or a difficult, a very hurtful ending. So it's like you're on the precipice, dear Leo, on the precipice of something quite challenging that's coming to an end, but around the corner is something very promising indeed. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well, and she's very motherly, very much the Empress. She's the minor arcana of the Empress. Let's look at spiritual growth and gossip, third parties, something. The gossip card is people who talk. It's possibly someone that is above gossip, someone who doesn't care about people who talk. I mean, the dark male has got the attitude like, I really don't care what I hear. This is more what I need to do for myself. Or you could be having signs and synchronicities relative to what's going on. You're hearing things from friends, from others, relative to this dark male. Things could be coming through, and they're connected more so, I would say, to the devil energy here, which could be infidelity and things like that. That's what I'm getting. Let's see where you're going to be emotionally, Leo, in the month of July. Yeah, someone's been guided or is being guided from their higher self or from someone externally. This is Virgo energy. There's commitment. And we've got the Muse. The Muse is like something that you've always wished for and dreamed about. You've got the opportunity to manifest it. Also, on another level, if this is an ending to a betrayal because of a difficult past narcissistic karmic relationship. A lot is coming to light relative to deception, betrayal, and secrets, which is going to come to light. Let's see what the Sibyllers have got to say. 3 cards. We've got a spiritual connection here. Ace of Wands. We see an offer on the table. The rings, the promise is here. We've got a promise here. That's 100%. For some of you, there is a promise. We've got the Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups is happiness and bliss. It could also be the ending of a family situation, but the offer comes in before. So someone secures a spiritual advisement. So the advice is spiritually that you're connecting with someone. There is an offer. There is a promise. Something that you've always wished for. This is a very strong energetic place in this card, the Constanza. To me, it's like Temperance. Here is it's divine timing, right? And this could be a place that you've always wanted to visit. You may have visited before, but it's a place where you feel that you found your happiness. And we've got Consolante Sorpresa, sudden success, sudden revelations, shocking moments. I mean, this could be a connection that's very much divinely guided, but also very stable financially. So there's money coming in, or there's great value. You're feeling very successful here. This is like I've made it. It's the Six of Wands. So Leo, suddenly and very unexpectedly, even though it may be a little bit challenging because this is Uranus for me. Uranus clears the air, the clouds, so brings the truth, right? Sudden unexpected turns which bring a sense of success. Let's take one more on the Muse and the commitment and the inner child. There could be children involved, but this is also great happiness relative and healing relative to the inner child. What's at the foundation? And we've got Uranus. Destruction, it's called, and I just did Cancer reading and they had the same card in the same position. So this is Uranus in Taurus. So Leo, if you've got planets at the last degrees of Leo, you're going to feel this in a challenging way, unless you're dealing with, because Uranus and Venus are connecting at the last degrees of Taurus and then connecting at the early degrees of Gemini. So unless you're dealing with someone with those energies. See, after winter, which is like the Hermit, here is the change. It may feel like a sense of destruction and it's hard, but it's an eye-opener, and it's big changes, big shifts. I mean, this month is an amazing month. We're making history. History is being written as Uranus is going to enter Gemini after 7 years transiting through Taurus. And for Leo, early born, sorry, not newborn. I said newborn now. We have to, we've got the Empress twice. Some of you are giving birth. I don't know if it's literal or if it's metaphorical. Early born Leos will have a lot of help. Let's see what we're getting into the head, into the mind of your person. Your intensity frightens and allures me at the same time. That's the energy of the Empress and the Devil. I can't keep away, right? You are an angel. I'm a better person because of you. I wish I could take back the things I said. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And how could you still love me after all I've done? These are the messages that seem to be coming through. I get a sense of make or break here. Seriously, I do. Whatever the case, there will be change, that is a certainty. What's at the bottom of the deck? I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. Now, if this is not, if these are not two different people, I guess for most of you they are, because there are huge differences. But for some of you, these could be friends that play a major role for your situation here. Okay, they could be family connections, they could be friendships, or they could be ex-partners, right? Because we did see a King of Cups and we've got a King of Swords here. So, I mean, dark male would be, they've got the attitude, it's all cool, I'm great, I'm good. And yes, I've got a bit of an attitude, and then all of a sudden they whisk in straight. They come in so quickly into your life, you don't know what hit you. So remember, with Uranus changing signs, there'll be major awakenings, major tower moments for everyone, Leo. I hope that this helps. Love and light. Thank you so much for your love and your support always. I will be back. Good luck and happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday in the month of July.